Hello, it says we're live. This is Joanna. Today, I'm going to show you what we are going to do to celebrate the 100th day of school. Now, if some of you aren't parents that are subscribers to my channel, but some of you probably are, and if you get one of these notes from school, look, it's the 100th day of school. You're like, oh no. You know, they have to bring 100 items, and usually, like back in the day when I was a kid, you brought 100 items to school and made an art project out of it on paper. Nowadays, go turn the radio on while you do this. Sorry, Sean, you can hear my husband. He's watching the TV in the background. I don't know. I don't think my TV's that loud. But today, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So in case you've ever been out, let's say, to an auction or Goodwill or a yard sale or flea markets, and you find bags and bags of buttons. Look at those. Those are all metal. Those are blazer buttons. And they got trains on them and shields. And these look like eagles. What are you going to do? Like, you think, why would somebody buy, like, I've seen them too, like, where they're in a mason jar. And you're like, what am I going to do with that mason jar full of buttons? What would you do with that? This is what I tell you. Make the 100 day of school button shirt. Okay, I have not seen this by anybody. And this is like what I started the other night. There's not 100 buttons on there. So I'm going to finish it. Oh, I had the radio on when I did this years ago. Oh, that's cool. Thanks for joining me, Sean. If you want, you can share my live stream. I'm going to go to my channel real quick and share it to my Facebook page, because then my Facebook friends will come see. Yeah, right? So you're like, well, what would you do with all these random buttons? You know, should I sell them on eBay? What? No. And I was like, that'll be perfect for my project. Well, for Joseph's project, because he already had the white t-shirt. This is just a plain Fruit of the Loom 4T, 5T white t-shirt. And I just started picking out, letting him pick. I was like, pick out all the cool buttons you like, you know. So, of course, he picked out this metal train button. See it? Maybe? Metal train button. And we're going to make him a card because they're going to have a parade. So I'm going to finish his shirt. I think there's 67 buttons total on here. I think that's what I remember counting the other night. Yes, there is. Count by tens. There could be 100 on there. I think there's only 67. And one of them fell off because I thought Tuesday was the 100 day at school. Turns out it's tomorrow. So, you know, there's all kinds of different buttons on there, all different colors. I tried to make it so that, like, they weren't all bunched together in colors, kind of spread them out, make them different. Cardigan buttons. Here's this one is an actual, this button here is an actual button that is made from a mussel shell. Because here where I am, we're by the river, and there's native mussels that grow in the river or that live in the river. And one of the things they used to use their shells for was making buttons. So, you know, I'm going to put all that kind of information on his card for his parade thing. But I thought, since I don't have any on the back, really, besides that random one there, I'm going to put 100 on the back. And then maybe we'll actually be at 100 buttons. So, and yes, I did hand sew. I am hand sewing all this. So, I know it's like, why would you do that? But you have to when you're putting buttons on. So I'm just going to start with this little piece here. And I'm going to tie my first knot. Actually, I'm not going to use that. I'll save that for the end if I absolutely have to. What, Ryan? You talking to the TV, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, you need to leave your common sense at the door. You dumb fuck. You need your common sense to figure out something.
Yeah, you do. Who said that?
Fucking shifty shift. I can't stand that dude. Fucking bug out.
I don't like him either. All right. Anyway, sorry. We're talking about the news. So I'm going to thread my needle here. It says there's 3 people watching. Thanks for joining us. I wonder if... What is that? What does that mean? Hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying to see if I'm on the live chat. How do I do this from StreamYards, y'all? Is it comments? Private chat. Okay, comments. Okay, I don't know. I guess we're on the live chat. I can't tell. It says 3 people are watching. Please leave me a thumbs up if you would, please. And of course, it would take me less time if I would glue these all on instead of threading them on. But if I want him to stay on so that maybe he can wear the shirt again next year. There may be static, but still. Yeah, I know. My husband's actually watching the antenna, doing the impeachment stuff on the antenna. Well, from the TV antenna on the big TV, so. I've watched it since about 3 o'clock today. I'm kind of tired of hearing all the stuff, so that's why I came in here to do a live with everybody. And I know I don't usually go late in the day live like this, but I thought I need to get this done, and it'd be fun to share to YouTube. And I did look on YouTube, and a lot of people did the cotton, like, puff balls, like little fabric puff balls. They look cute, but like I said, Mom already had all these buttons she's collected, so yeah, Trump 2020. I know, I'm right there with you, bud.
Who you talking to?
Sean Nuvision. He's in my chat.
Oh.
He just said Trump 2020.
Hell yeah, Trump 2020.
Okay, so which button? Okay, so like Mom, since she has all these, she broke them down by color. See, here's all like the white ones and the mussel shell ones that are in there. I can tell because they're shimmery. And the only reason I know about that is because I went to the library and they had a display on that. No, not the library, the museum. They had a display on that at the museum. Okay. Hey, Mary DC Deals, thanks for joining me. You don't mind? Oh, you don't mind that you like the like staticky, fuzzy sound. It does kind of remind you like it's old school radio. Let's pick some. Joseph's not here right now to help me pick the buttons out, so I'm just gonna pick some fun ones. Oh wait, that's a giant one. That'd be really fun. Look at that giant like blazer button, cloth button. That's probably off of a blazer. That's the back on it. Thanks for joining us, Mary DT Deals. Okay, I'm going to pick some different colored ones now. Where's the yellow ones? I know I had some yellow ones. Those are more white muscle ones. Muscle looking shell ones. I must have used a lot of them last time I was working on this. Oh, whoa, look at all those. Oh, my mom sent me all these too. So we can get through there. Start here. Because I want to do you know, I want it to be, I don't want them to be like all gray buttons together and all yellow buttons or whatever. But I think I should probably try to stick with like similar sizes maybe for the zeros. I don't want, like, yeah, maybe these should be for the zeros. It'd be kind of cool. And I kind of space, like on the front, I kind of space them out a lot. Maybe I shouldn't space them that far though, because they're supposed to be a 0. I think this would be like really cool for the 1 to start the 1 with. Here, he doesn't want a pink one. No. My boy will not want a pink button on his shirt. If I do that, he will scream. Sean, do you get more AM stations than FM? No, I actually usually get more FM stations. I'm lucky if I can pull in the one local station that has like my favorite AM commentators. And since you know I'm for Trump, you can probably guess who I'm talking about. Like Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. But usually I can't even draw that in on my radio. I have to use my phone. Ooh, look at that one. It's like a flower with a poker chip. Isn't that cool? See, his teacher went, okay, so I thought 100 Day was Tuesday. That's when it was originally scheduled for. That's a pretty one, too. And so I sent him to school with, you know, what was currently done on his shirt. And his teacher said, oh, that is such a cool idea, but gosh, it must have took you forever. Well, it did. I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning doing it. So yeah, it took me a while. Okay. Is the 1 too long? I feel like maybe I'm gonna have to put it over here because my buttons for my 1 is so big. It's a good thing I'm laying this out. See, when I did the front, I was just kind of like brainstorming as I went. You're brave. No one else will talk politics, even though it affects all of us. Mary, I don't care. I don't care about the stigmatism because I've been this way my entire life. And there's other things I've done that people, you know, wouldn't really like to talk about either. So, you know, like go to protests and stuff like that. Republican protest. Hey, Cindy Rosen, thanks for joining us. Okay, I think, ooh, that's a pretty purple one, but he won't want purple. I know, he'll be like, I'm a boy. And that's kind of how I raised him, honestly. I was like, I'm not going to have a son who grows up and decides, I think I'm a girl. No. Yeah, Mary said she's cool with it. And yeah, the Democrats are done. They don't have a case. They don't have a leg to stand on, I think. I'm going to put that blue one there. That's kind of big. I'm thinking, ooh, that'd be a nice one here. Look, see, that's another like what I call cardigan button because it's got that thing like this on the back that you sew through. Let's do a red one. He loves red. So let's do a red one. And then we can let's do some shell. Let's get some shell ones out here to put in the rotation. Ooh, look at all these. These are real shimmery ones. I don't know if you guys can see them through the bag there. But my mom tried to like separate them by color because she's the person that you see at the flea market buying bags and bags and bags of buttons just because they're cheap. And at one time, she was researching them. Oh, that's really cool. See, I'm going to use that cardigan button there. Okay. But I still want to kind of try to stay the same size perimeter there. Here, let's pick this one. Ooh, that one's pretty. I know, Marie. That's where they were supposed to do all that stuff. That's where they were supposed to call all their witnesses to come up and talk, and then they decided, oh, we're not going to. We're just going to push this through because we want to go to Christmas.
Now they're trying to say it was us.
Oh, now they're trying to say it was the Republicans' fault?
Yep.
We didn't get to do anything in the House. Every time they'd want to stand up and ask a question, he'd be like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You're kicked out. I watched a lot of that stuff with my parents. And,
hey, I want your phone
yeah.
so I can do a personal time.
I'm going to put that one there. My phone's right here, baby.
I don't even want to watch this shit no more.
You can turn it off.
Made me want to puke.
I think I'm just going to position that like that. Do you think this is looking cool so far? I haven't started sewing them on. I'm just trying to figure out a pattern.
One thing I want to say to your viewers out there.
You can say it. They said they don't mind.
Look where we're at now. Look at the jobs we're bringing back here. Look at the stuff we're doing. Just wonder what we could be doing if they would leave him alone for a little bit. I mean, shit, this has been a witch hunt since he's been inaugurated. I mean,
why won't they work with him and do infrastructure?
But don't you want this for another 4 years? I mean, I do. I mean,
I want President Trump for another 4 years.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't want their BS for another 4 years.
I don't want Trump for another 4 years.
I think though, if we should be allowed to like tell them to shut up.
Well, we should just
we should
write a receipt and say we want our money back. You know.
Well, I keep tweeting at Donald Trump and saying, doesn't the people have a right to sue the House for all this wasted money? Because the Mueller report was what, $32 million?
$32 million.
Waste.
And they found no conclusion. Conclusion.
Cindy said, I like it. That's really cool. I remember my kids doing that 100-day of school thing, but I was not that creative. LOL. Yeah, Mary, you're right. The woman is not recognized. Yeah, I know. That's what he kept saying. And it made me angry too. I was like, really? But whatever. Sorry. I know people watching this later are probably going to be like, I don't know why she's talking that, but this just happened to be the time when I shot this video. This is what was going on, y'all. It's like, where were you when John F. Kennedy was shot? Everybody remembers that too. Oh yeah. Okay. I think. Ooh, here. This is one of the like shell buttons. See how iridescent it is? Can you tell? Maybe on my camera how iridescent it is. You don't have to tell me, Joanna. Joanna knows I'm no liberal. Yeah. I know, Cindy. We know. We're friends on Facebook. I think you're in my state too, or you seem to post about stuff in my state. So I just assumed you lived here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it's my channel. I can talk about whatever I want, right? Okay, this one is definitely a muscle button. I just did the tooth test that you do like with pearls, and it's the same because those muscles have like a kind of like a pearl shell. Okay, so I think that's what I like that. So I'm gonna put all the rest of these buttons back, and then just for fun, after I get the 100 sewed on, as long as I just gotta do that first because I'm almost out of thread. And I don't want to run out of thread. Oh, you're in Maryland. Okay. Maybe not then. I don't know why I was thinking that. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to start here. Okay, I'm going to separate. So these are all for the last 0. And these are all for this middle one. And these are the beginning, the 1. And I had my first. Yeah, I think it should be I think it should start a little higher, like above his armpit and come down, but I don't want it to be in his armpit. That's one thing you got to be careful. You're not getting the buttons too close over here in the armpit areas, or else that'd probably be really annoying while you're wearing it. Oh, here, because Cindy and Mary, DT Deals weren't here to start. This is what the front, or I think this is going to end up, well, yeah, this is the front, and I'm going to put the 100 on the back, but isn't that cool? Oh, you use dental floss. I bet I have some in there.
Yeah.
I've never thought about using that. They'd probably work better than like fishing string or something.
Fishing string would be better.
Fishing string would probably be too thick to work, wouldn't it?
Get that stuff. You'd be all good.
Do you think you have any around here? Did work?
Yeah, there's a drawer in there, I bet you.
Oh, Mary said, wow. And Cindy said, that's cool. Thanks, guys. That's what I thought too. I was like, I'm gonna do buttons because, like I said, my mom had all these buttons from whenever. She got all kinds of stuff. What in the world happened here? See, that's what stinks when I start my strings too long.
It's Voodoo that's got that, right?
Yeah. What happened here? Why is it supposed to... That is really weird. I don't know what just happened, so I'm going to start over with this first button. Sometimes that happens to me where I started with too long a thread. So it's my fault for doing that, I guess. And if I'm going to do it, they're going to be on there tight because he's in kindergarten and a lot of his friends are grabby. Like they like to grab his hat because he's got a flag hat that he wears to school, and they like to look at his glasses, and it's like, stop touching everybody else's stuff. So I'm gonna make sure that these buttons are sewed on really good.
Oh yeah, I have a storm, baby.
Tonight on the curse of Okan. There you go. That's exactly what dreadful.
Okay, yeah, and this needle I have is like a pain in the butt because it's got like the smallest eye ever. I don't know why my mom gave me these needles. I think she lost her sewing basket too. I'm gonna have to like go get more sewing supplies pretty soon. Go to Joann's or go to the sewing center in Jacksonville and get me some maybe. Come on. I can't even see it. Maybe I'll switch hands. I would have just glued them on. Yeah, Cindy, that would have been a much better idea, but I don't have any fabric glue. Come on. Oh, jeez, I had it in there. I'm going to start over. Cut that sucker. I like sewing, though. I used to sew, like, do darning, different stuff when I was a kid. And watch my grandma embroider. I really liked embroidering. I love embroidered stuff. Come on, go in there. What in the world is going on? There, get in there. Why is the eye so small? There, I got it on there. Woo! Okay, pull my string up some so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, round 2. Oh, hot glue gun. Oh, yeah. If I knew where that was, I could do that. I hate to admit that, but you know how it is sometimes as a reseller. You have so much stuff and you're like, oh, geez. Yeah, I'm not a sewer at all. I wish I always wanted to learn. I always wanted to learn. Yeah, it's awesome. It's not, it's not that hard. What? Oh. It's like, what is that string sticking out? That's my second piece. Okay, so since this is a 2-hole button, we're just going to do a couple passes here. Do about 2 or 3 stitches and then tie it on the back. Done. Move on to the next one. I even grew up, like, my mom got me a sewing machine when I was like 12 years old, and I took a quilting class and learned to make like a rag quilt and stuff. So yeah, I like sewing. I enjoy it. And it's therapeutic too. Like if you need like something to do, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like when I worked at Shopco, we had at one time they wanted everybody to do all the survey stuff. Oh, fill out a survey. Well, they wouldn't print it on the register receipt because they couldn't like figure out how to change the register tape fast enough or whatever. So they had all these copied paper copies of it with, you know, 8 pieces of this ad per paper, and we'd have to sit there and cut it out. But I always loved using the giant paper machine. We would, and I could sit there and do that for hours. So yeah, I don't know. Something that my brain enjoys for some reason. Okay, next one. Let's pick the green one to go next. Let's do the green one next. Okay, I'm going to tie my knot at the end. Which one? This one is the longest. I tie like 2 or 3 knots at the end and I take off again. I sew sometimes, but sometimes I cuss. Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm usually going, ow, ow, ow. Cindy, I envy you. LOL, Mary. Well, Cindy, don't envy me. You can try it too. I mean, but I guess if you're older and have arthritis, it's hard to do. But I like watching our Half Acre Homestead because she puts up some quilting videos and she quilts by hand, or she uses her old school treadle sewing machine if she's got. I think she has one, doesn't she? Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's got a different one now. But why not, right? Oh, by the way, have you guys seen everybody selling the crocheted baby Yodas on Etsy? Google it. Like Google baby Yoda and then do the pictures, and when you switch to the pictures, all these things from Etsy pop up that show where people have like hand crocheted their own baby Yoda and they're selling them. And I don't think they're very big, like maybe 6 inches big. Some of them are little bitty like statues. I just thought that was something cool. Not that I know how to crochet by any means, but I just thought that was kind of cool. What happened here? Oh, I know what happened. My string. There. And I have, no, that sounds cute. But since I've always kind of sewed over my lifetime, like if my husband's pants lost a button and they were one of these 2-hole buttons that you can sew back on, I'd sew it back on for him. Or one time his blue jeans, the zipper blew out, so I replaced the zipper in them for him. You know, that way it saves your money. You can fix stuff real easy. And it doesn't always have to take you a lot of time. So I'm going to do one more pass. I like using these 2-hole buttons better than the 4-hole buttons just because it's faster. And then we're going to go like this. I'm going to hook under my stitches. Let me show the camera. Not through the t-shirt though. Just under the stitches. Pull up so much that I take my needle back through the loop. 1 knot. Take it back through that hole again. Second knot. Second button's done, guys. Get off your extra and tie another knot. Start again. My grandson decided to sell his Kobe Bryant jersey. It's up to $88 already. Wow. You know what, Mary, though? That's not really that crazy. I won't be surprised. I'd be surprised if it goes for less than 100. I'm thinking it should go to like 150. Kitchen curtains. Cindy, yeah, I wanted to be able to at least make some simple kitchen curtains. You probably could. Do you have like if you have a sewing machine, it'd be real easy. If it's just like a simple straight stitch for your sewing machine, it'd be real easy. Okay. How do you like it so far, Daddy?
Looks awesome.
Let's see.
You're doing the backside now?
Yeah, I'm doing the 100.
Yeah, you need to. Oh, you're doing the 100?
I'm making the one.
Heck yeah.
The one right now.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
And then his shirt will be done because
Then we gotta start on Jolene's.
yeah, then we got to start Jolene's. Jolene's is actually a
She got a coat.
tissue paper jacket, like tissue paper flowers on her pink jacket. Mary, are you talking to me? Do you have a machine? I do have a Janome. I think it's a Janome. Janomi. I think. But you can't, you can't sew on buttons with the machine, or at least not with my machine. I can stitch buttonholes with my machine. Oh, maybe, yeah. I didn't know if you were talking to me or Cindy. Cindy said, I have my mom's machine for over a decade. LOL, I don't know how to use it. Yeah, look up on YouTube. And also, oh, hey, Coffee Outdoors. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. And leaving me a thumbs up, buddy. Cindy, I bet if you still got her machine and you can read the brand and the model on it, go on Google and type in the brand and model and then type instructions or manual. And I bet it'll be out there and you could print it off. And then you could at least have an idea of what the settings on her machine means. And if you want to change the settings, you know, how to do it and stuff like that. No problem, I did. Thanks, Coffee Outdoors. Yeah, Marie said, I love Janome. It's a great brand. Yeah, definitely. I love my Janome too. Like I said, I've had it since I've been 12 or 13 years old. My mom got it for me when I was in 4-H so that I could start entering hand-sewed projects into the fair and know how to sew. Now, don't ask me to go sew you a shirt or something or a pair of pants because I can't. I'm not that good. But I can do really good, I can do repair stuff pretty well, and I can make quilts or I can make a pillow. But that's about as far as I got into my sewing venture with the machine, just because I can do more stuff by hand. Cindy said, wow. But yeah, like I said, don't ask me to stitch you a pair of pants or something because I can't do that. I haven't learned that part. That would be more of the utilitarian side of industrial side of sewing. But I'd still like to know in case I ever wanted to sew the kids some clothes. Okay, let's see how we're looking here. Is that looking like a 1 so far, guys? And it's this shirt's kind of got something weird on me here. I want to try to keep it straight though. Of course, I can't see a straight line. I've mended thousands of jeans, 7 kids and all their friends. Yeah, exactly. I've mended jeans too that I've I had a pair of, oh geez, I don't remember, some kind of blue jeans that ended up having ended up having like a hole in the crotch. They didn't know. They didn't even have a hole in the crotch. It was just starting to like, it was going to make a hole. I could tell it was starting to get really thin. And so I disclosed that in the listing and said, you know, I'll repair it and kind of reinforce it before I mail it to the buyer, right? Well, I just hand sewed it. I just hand stitched it right back to the like main seam, and she never said anything. She never complained. She never sent me an email. She never sent me any negative feedback. So she never sent me feedback in general, but I would say that she was happy, right? You would think that means she's happy. She doesn't complain. I mended, yeah, okay. And Cindy said, I love homemade quilts. I do too. They're my favorite. And all my, you know, my grandmas and great aunts and all of them quilted at one time. Well, and Grandma Cox, when she got older, like I said, she embroidered. Gosh, it's so hard to say the word. Embroidered. Embroidered a lot, like pillowcases and stuff like that. That's what I really like, is just like the creative, artistic side of it. Now they buy them with the holes in them. I know, Marie. I know. I was guilty of that too when I was a teenager sometimes. So like I said, I'm going to make another, tuck it under my stitches and tie a knot and move on to the next one. See, Cindy said, that's great, Marie. I've learned to just get rid of stuff like, get rid of it. Like, I guess, get rid of stuff like that. If it needs mending, it was a huge pile, like a death pile. Plus, clothes are so cheap when you go yard selling. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But if it's like my favorite pair of jeans or something, then yeah, I want to fix them. But, and it's not that hard. I mean, I just mended a little baby jacket the other day because the seams in the armpit here gave away, and it was like open like there. So I stitched that part shut, you know. It didn't take me that long. 5 minutes maybe. And I already had the jacket like drafted and photographed and ready to list. So I was like, yeah, I'm fixing that real quick. Okay, the last button for the 100 is going to be the orange one. I like that. I like this. This is going to be so cool. His teachers already told me that, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Because I don't think, and they didn't, I mean, you know, they're like, I can't believe you hand stitched all those buttons on there. That must have took forever. And I was like, not really. Well, yeah, I did, but it was worth it. And I enjoyed it. So, because I started the other night, I was watching our friends, the couple of pickers, and I watched their live show and attached sewed on buttons, and then I think I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning though that night. I gotta run. You're doing a great job. It was fun hanging out. Thanks, Marie. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Cindy, for hanging out with me still. See, I did better one. Hold it like that. I wish I had one of those circle darning things that would kind of work better for holding my material flat. See, in case you can't see, I looped it back through there, and I'm going to pull, and you see the knot. Hey, Ryan.
523-085.
That'd be the school. Go ahead and answer it, baby.
Huh?
That's the school.
I don't want to answer it.
All right, then don't answer it. I don't care. The school's like our telemarketer. They call us like once a day, it seems. Once or twice a day sometimes. Okay, that one got away on me. I'm going to do it one more time. gnats. The bug. All right, that one's done. Yeah. 100's done now. My mom also said, well, you should have done safety pins because you could have just pinned on 100 pins. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but I don't know. Maybe that's a little too punk for kindergarten. I don't have a problem with being a punk. I mean, like, I dressed like a punk when I was a kid, but punk rocker, but you might not appreciate that if I send my child to school with 100 safety pins on his shirt. Okay, there's a 100. It's a little kind of lopsided, but I think you can figure out that's supposed to be a 100. So now, which one am I going to start with? Let's start with the red in the center here for the 0. Okay, so I'm gonna make the 0 again to remind myself of where I wanted it to be, so that I don't put it too close to. I want to look like a 0. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, this is just rough estimate. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to have a rough idea so I know where to start with the red one. Maybe even Ryan, what is that? Is that my phone ringing again? Okay, I'm going to put that right there. So I'm gonna go like that. And take a drink of my beer. Who was that?
School.
Again?
Yeah, they call for each kid.
That's true. Yeah, they do. Ow. See, that's the only that's the only downside, Cindy. It's when you stick yourself. Like I just did. And I accidentally pulled my string all the way through that time. I wasn't paying attention. Did I flip it from this side? Let's see. See, it was much easier the other night when I wasn't really operating on a pattern. Of course, if I would have took time to draw out a pattern first, that probably would have been a better idea, but I don't have time for that kind of stuff. Who has time for that kind of stuff? It's like, come on, really? What was I supposed to work on this shirt for a week? You know? Ow! Oh! Like I said, always try not to stick yourself with your own needle. I'm going to make one more pass just to make sure it's nice and secure, which it is. Because I've done at least 2, so this will be the 3rd one. Okay, then I'm going to tie my knot. If I can, this one, can't see the stitches very well. I think I turned the button the wrong way. So I'm just going to kind of stick it through some of this material, some of the cotton on the shirt. Come on. So that I can make a knot that's actually going to stay, you know. Okay. Oops. Oh, they got a hurricane coming at them on Oak Island?
Yeah.
That's lame. Like I said, Ryan's watching TV. He's watching Curse of Oak Island now in the other room. Okay. That one's knotted. Okay, so now we have the top of our zero. So now I'm gonna put, I think I'm gonna put this white one here, you know, because I'd like to try to spread the colors out and kind of make it a pattern-ish. You know, I don't like all the color, like all kinds of colors being right next to each other, but kind of repetitive is fun sometimes. It's whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. I can do whatever I want. Okay, I want this button to be here. Let's see, that kind of, I'm gonna do it from the top here, because that'll just work easier. I want it to be right there. And for me, it's just it's starting the first poke through the button that kind of messes me up here. Because if I don't get it just right, like I don't want the material all bunched underneath of it either. You know, I want it to be nice. I want it to look nice. I don't want it to look like crap. But I know the kids are probably supposed to be doing this, but how was my son supposed to sew all these buttons on? He's not a seamstress. And he's in kindergarten. So we're going to try to do this pretty quickly here so that I will have time to stop and warm up dinner. Well, I am having leftovers, aren't I? But I want to get this done so I can put some more little tissue paper flowers on Jolene's flower jacket. Okay, that's 3 passes. I'm gonna make my knot. Okay, now we're gonna put the blue one. Oh wait, I gotta tie a knot in my string. That's right, my thread. Joanna. Joseph is so happy. He was like, I love my button shirt, Mommy. Can I wear it again today? And I'm like, this morning, he was like, can I wear it again today? And I'm like, no, because I got to finish working on it. And I was going to work on it during the day, and then I had to do some other chores first. So that's all right, though. We'll just do it now, right? I think I'm just going to try to make them like lined up with a zero. Two. I was just making sure it actually was like the string was pulled all the way. What's wrong? Oh, it wasn't. See? Okay, one more pass. And then we'll knot that one on.
Studies the size and pattern of growth rates, which develop during the course of a tree's lifetime. This data can be used to determine not only how old a piece of wood actually is, but also when it was cut for use in construction.
Time a knot. Oh, it's like something. It looked like something kind of came loose. That's why your way is better. I would have glued them for a one-time only wear. Well, I thought that as long as it'll fit him again next year, he could wear it again. If not, I can save it and Jolene can wear it next year. That's also why I didn't put his name on it, because he's got a little sister who's in school too. She's in pre-K. So I thought, well, if I want, I could keep this and let her wear it next year. Oh, and I didn't tell you that, like, some of the buttons my mom wants back, like these metal buttons. They're on his shirt because they're blazer buttons, and she's like, I'll sell those on eBay. And I'm like, all right, you can try. So that's why I stitched them, so it'd be real easy to remove them. Very smart, Joanna. Thank you. I try. I try, Cindy. I try. Sorry, there was a gnat flying around that was driving me crazy that I had to get. Oops, almost oh, jeez, I did. I unthreaded my needle. Oh, gone it. I'm just going to use this little short string, this little piece, to try to use up what I have, since I'm running low on thread. How have you been, Cindy? Are you getting a lot of snow out there and cold weather? It's been cold and nasty here. Well, not nasty. I mean, it's been about like 29, 30 degrees. It's kind of the low lately. But it kind of took forever for us to even have a winter, because we didn't have any snow on Christmas, even though we had snow on Halloween. Explain that to me.
On the east side, and more about the foot hole. It is linear, a little bit from short. Oh yeah. What kind of day would it be?
That's the only thing I don't like, is threading the needle. That's what takes me forever, apparently. Okay, so we've got the start of a 0. I think I'm going to put this cool looking black cardigan button, because it'll be real easy to stitch on, because you just stitch it from the back. Where's the, okay. Okay, so this is a lot easier, because those cardigan buttons have the thing on the back that you stitch through, so you can literally just hold it and go like this. 1,
and jeopardize
two,
this year's search operation.
three. Oh, I tried. But I guess I missed. That's what I get for trying to be a show off, guys. I can't believe I missed it. I thought for sure I had it on there. Oops. Yeah, I usually do too, Marie. I usually grab the needle with the biggest hole. And I actually have a needle threader, like a cheater little thing that they gave me at the sewing place when I took sewing lessons there, because they were like, you can't, if it's going to take you 10 minutes to thread your needle every time, you're not going to get anything done. And I was like, well, how do I do this? And she gave me a little device they had that was kind of like a cheat. Kind of like a little cheat sheet. Okay, so apparently don't do that like I did. I was trying to show off, and look what happened. I missed the button completely. Okay. Try again here. This time I'm actually going to pay attention to what I'm doing so that I don't have to keep doing this over and over. That one went in there a lot easier this time. God must be like, give Joanna a break, thread, please. She's trying to finish this stuff for her kids' project at school. Okay. That's where that black button's going to be, right there. So I'm going to look, and I'm just going to stick the needle straight through like this, the first stitch. And then you can just go like that.
2 days after Hurricane Dorian battered the eastern coast of Nova Scotia,
and then try to kind of put it back in there pretty close so that it'll have a tight seal or tight stitch there to the fabric. And then I can kind of have a better idea of where the holes are. I can see now this time I'm feeling that I'm going through there. So I'm going all the way through there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my knot. Do my knot. Bam. Done with that one. I think it's looking good so far. What do you think, Cindy? I think it's looking good. Now I think I'm gonna go up on this side. Like this. Let's pick a different color to put there, though. Let's pick this wild looking one to put there. And I'm gonna get some more thread because that was so little that it's not even worth messing with. It's looking good. Thanks, Cindy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's looking cool. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I looked up some videos on YouTube that people had done, but most of them are like, you know, pre-recorded and stuff. But I don't know how they do that fast forward thing when you're editing. I really got to play with the editor software I have more and learn more about how to use it to make it worth my while. That went right through there that time. Okay, and I want this button to be here. Yeah, I want it to be there so that there's enough to do the other 0. And I'm not sure what the back is on that button, so I'm going to do the same thing, just stick it straight through. Oh, let's see, it's like a loop. See, Cindy, it's like a loop. So I'll just loop that one too. That'll be easy. That's what I found the other night when I was doing the front. I was like, man, I really like doing these cardigan style buttons because it's a lot easier to attach them than those 2-hole or 4-hole ones once you get it on there. See, and I can feel the circle through the shirt, so I'm gonna just go like that. I don't know where you get all your hours from with the kids and projects and videos. Yeah, I don't. Well, like right now, my kids are at Grandma and Grandpa's house. And I usually do stuff when they're here with me or they're in, you know, the videos with me sometimes. But I don't, since I don't have that many subscribers here on YouTube, I don't get a lot of like watched hours. So this is more just for kind of like for fun and see what happens. Yeah. Oh, you got a little break. Yeah. Well, like I said, the other night, I started working on it at about 5 p.m. and I stayed up until 2 a.m. in the morning. Now, I shouldn't have done that because I had to put the kids to bed and then come back out here and sit here and sew more, you know, and I was kind of a zombie the next day, but luckily I don't work. I'm at home, so I could take a nap. But that probably wasn't the best idea, but I wanted them to have something, both of them to have something so that they wouldn't feel, you know, left out at school and like everybody else participated and I didn't get to participate kind of thing. So there's that. Oh my gosh, somebody's blowing up my Poshmark closet. I hear my phone just going ding, 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 ding. Okay, so now we got 2 more buttons for this one. Ooh, I like that brown one too because it's another easy loophole one. I'm gonna put that right there, man. Oh, that one was a little low. Man, crap. Well, I guess I can just put this one here.
So let's keep going. Gary is volunteered to actually do this one. Steve has the high-tech equipment to map what Gary finds, and we've got just the right group where to go figure this thing. Guys, when the island slows down, you can't really see.
Because if my kids were here right now, believe me, you would know. You would have seen them by now or heard them. Mommy, 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 I want this. Mommy, mommy, I want this. Oh, yeah. She meant all the things I have to do. Well, like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm home, but I'm trying to keep the house up and take care of them and Joseph's at school all day, whereas Jolene's half day. So she comes home in the afternoon. But it's not bad, you know. It is what it is. You find a way, right? When you're a mom, you find a way. And plus, I'm married, so I have my husband to help me too. So. Ryan, is your Curse of Oak Island over? Will you come here and tell me what you think so far? I don't know what time I started this. Oh, I started this over an hour ago. See, Cindy? It does take a while. It's not like it's a joke, you know, it does take a while. But look how cool it's looking so far, man. Got the 1 and a 0. I don't know. Should I put some more buttons up there? Like that. Ryan, come here. I want to ask you a question.
All right, here I go.
I was too, but was selling on eBay too. I don't know how you fit it all in. See, Cindy, to be honest, I'm not the best eBay seller. Like, I've listed stuff and it's good till canceled, and it sits there and sits there and sits there. So I've built up my listings, but I need stuff to sell and like get out of here. What do you think so far? And do you think that this is a good enough 0, or do you think that I should add these 2 up here to make it look more complete?
Yeah. Actually, I would have brought your 0 down a little more, but that's okay. It don't matter.
I know.
It's a kid's shirt, so who cares?
Yeah,
And then plus,
okay.
you need the room anyways.
I needed room for the other 0,
Yeah.
so that looks good though, right?
Yeah, that works. That worked. I didn't do the other 2 though. All right,
Okay,
love you.
baby. I'm ready to go smoke a cigarette too,
I bet.
because I've been here for an hour.
Smoke break.
I'm gonna do this button real quick, and then maybe I will. Okay, see, and then you go right back through there. Like I said, I love these cardigan buttons because they are so easy to use, and there's so many different styles, you know? That's what makes it fun. I'm sure my mom was not thinking this when she bought all these buttons from yard sales and stuff like, oh yeah. But when I went over there and showed her the paper and I was like, look, it actually says buttons. She was like, well, I do have buttons. It just took her a while to find them all, but she's like, I do have buttons. Two, 3. Now I'm going to do my knot. I'm going to do another pass. And you come around. And you have this loop here, right? So you go back up through that loop. Knot. Bam. You did get some neat buttons. I know, that's what I thought too. I was like, man, you know, people, if like they went to the store or they went to sewing places, they would really have to be looking to find all the different unique looking kind of buttons that he's got on this shirt. So we've picked out for his shirt. So that's something else that the teacher thought was really cool. She was like, that's so cool that you have all kinds, like, you know, they're almost, a lot of them are different and a lot of them are similar, browns, blacks, yellows, stuff like that. But she was like, man, a lot of them are really cool. And she said, I've never seen anybody do that before. Hand stitch all those buttons on like that. I said, well, anything for my Joseph. You know, he needs to be able to participate. So now I wonder if that's too close. because the button's so big. Let's pick a smaller one to put there. Ooh, how about that one? Now, see, technically, okay, so this is, again, technically, oops, this button has like fabric that was stuck to it, fabric that was stuck under the thread when it got cut off, the shirt or whatever it was on. But because it kind of looks cool, like a different kind of interesting design, I'm going to sew it on there face up. Just because kind of gives that button a little uniqueness, makes it look a little different. And if you're far away, it'll look more like a texturized button. You're gonna have to get really up close to realize that that's like a flaw that I think looks pretty cool. Again, it's all about creativity, right? Do whatever you want to do. And I'm going to suggest to anybody who might be looking, I guess I should have said this like, you know, an hour ago. I'm going to suggest anybody who wants to do something like this for their kids, you could try going on eBay, but I don't think, last time I looked, there wasn't a whole lot of people selling buttons. But you can go to your flea market or go to Goodwill or Salvation Army and just ask them, say, you know, do you happen to have like random bags of buttons or something that's for sale, and tell them what you're doing, and they'll probably give you a deal on them if they got them. We always see them at our flea market at the Steam Show. There's always some guy there that's got like a whole box full of like gallon bags full of buttons, and he sells for like $5 a piece or something. And I was missing a shirt button for a button down, a button down Hawaiian shirt. And I was standing there and I started looking through the bags of his buttons. I started looking through this one bag and I said, oh, that's the perfect button. That's what I need. That'll match that shirt. And I told him, here, can I pay you like a quarter or 50 cents for this button? And he's like, you want to buy one button? And I was like, yeah, because I have a shirt that's missing a button and it takes a button just like this. And he was like, no, you just keep it, honey. And I said, no, really. And I threw my quarter at him and I was like, just take it. I want to pay for it. And he was like, okay. Because we bought other stuff from him too. And since my husband's the janitor out there for the Steam Show, I assist him to be the female janitor. He's the male janitor. So that he does, because he can't go in the women's bathroom, you know, and when they get busy, you need a woman in there checking it out. All right. You know, I think that looks pretty cool. All right, Cindy, please forgive me, but I think I'm going to end my live. I'm going to show, though. I'm going to lay these out real quick and show you how I'm going to do this last 100. This last zero. Not 100. This last zero. Black one there. Let's do another big, funky, fun one like that. Do a shell one there. Let's do a gray one there. Ooh, do that kind of shiny iridescent one. I probably don't even need that gray one there. Yeah, I guess I kind of do to make it look like a zero. Yeah, I guess I do. And then I'm going to do a brown one here. And I think I'll do this gold one there. So that's what my 100-day shirt's going to look like. Oh, wait, I need to make it a little bigger, shouldn't I? Bring it down farther. Maybe I spread it out more? Or should I use bigger buttons for this last zero? I wanted to use some small ones to just show the variety. But
come on, baby. You have to go with, you already got that one? Yeah. You have to go on a sleeve. You're just going to have to go on a sleeve.
no, I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to make it as long as this zero so that it'll match lengthwise. Well, that's
We
kind of
want
cool.
the big
looking
ones.
one.
You should want some small buttons. You have tons of small buttons.
I like these iridescent looking ones. They're so cool. Actually, here. Maybe that brown one over here for now. I'll put that iridescent looking one there. That looks better. See now.
You got any blue ones in there? He likes blue.
I've got blue. I've used all the blue ones I had, I think.
Okay.
Maybe not this gold one. Here. Maybe just gray. Put another black one there. All right. I think that is going to be what his 100 shirt looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and Cindy, thank you for joining me and watching me this whole time and hanging out and talking to me. I really appreciate it. And thanks to Mary Deethy Deals and Sean who were in here earlier and Coffee Outdoors. If y'all left me thumbs up, thank you. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a quit so I can but this is his 100-day button shirt, and you guys have already seen the front a lot, so yeah, that's what it's going to look like. So all I have to do is stitch these last few buttons on, and I'll be done. But I'm going to take a break and turn my broadcast off. So I hope you guys have a good night, and go find some buttons, I guess. Go do some fun stuff that's creative. All right. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.